the writers, some of the cast to, embark on a Q&A session. Maybe if you have any questions that pertain to the making of the film, the story, the directing. I know we have aspiring filmmakers over here and actual filmmakers in the industry, so I know you must have some questions for them. So without further ado, I am going to invite Miss Doreen and her cast and then they can answer any of your questions. And I do want to urge you to stay because USAID, again, have been so kind to us. They have sponsored us with a meal after this. So please do stay and have something to eat after the Q&A.
All right, good evening, everybody. Did we enjoy the movie? Yeah. Oh, wow. Did you see me? Oh, all right. You saw me personally. All right, wow. My name is Jude Lutiro, and I was involved in the project from pre-production through to post-production. I was also the ADR consultant. I was there with the writing, editing, things like that. Yeah, so feel free to shoot. I know we've got some of the actors. They're coming up shortly, but feel free to shoot any questions that you have.
Anyone with a question? I have the mic here ready for you.
All right, how are you doing, guys? So my name is Upenyu. I'm also an aspiring filmmaker. I was inspired by the lighting, the setting, and everything, how it was done and all and stuff like that. So I have to be honest with you. When I first was told to watch this film, it was sort of like a school assignment. And you know our school assignment, you might like Shakespeare, but when the teacher tells you to go and read Shakespeare, you end up not liking Shakespeare. So I was like, I didn't at first, but today I really appreciate it. Now I understand it first of all, and I really liked it and all. So my question is to Mukoma Eddie and Disandi Follow, like, how does it feel now watching yourself playing that character? And people going to come to you and say, that was a good role, because that was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Mukoma Eddie Disandi Follow can answer that one for himself.
Everybody. Playing that character, somebody had to. But it's a horrible character. Nobody likes to play roles like that. But the reason why I agreed to play that character is right now I'm now 46 years old. I've got two daughters, two beautiful daughters. My face is 22. The youngest is 14. When I read the script, I thought of my daughters. And I was like, you know what? Let me be the douchebag so we can sell the vision. Thank you.
Who else has a question?
Hi. Where did you guys shoot this? Was it in Zimbabwe, South Africa, or Botswana?
All right, this film was shot both in Zimbabwe and South Africa, but majorly in South Africa. 90% of it was shot in South Africa. Then the first scene that you see, the opening when she's walking in Mbare, that's Zimbabwe. So South Africa is the rest of it.
Okay, you're saying 90% was shot in South Africa. So my question is, why didn't you shoot the percentage, like the whole 90% or 100% in Zimbabwe? What was the reason for that? because we see the director is Zimbabwean, right? And most of the actors there are Zimbabwean. So why didn't you shoot it here?
All right. So with film production, it's a bit different because the things that affect production are largely based on regions. With this film, the intention was to shoot 90% in Zimbabwe and 10 in South Africa. But we had a lot of dynamics regarding to the economies of bringing gear, because the production company that produced this was Quizzical Pictures, which is South Africa. Bringing in the crew, the gear, and everything with the period that he wanted to be done was a bit hectic. So then it was then decided that it's better to shoot in South Africa. And also what added to it was the lockdown that we then had during the period which it was done.
So my question is actually my question is actually about the budget. All right, I know Shaina, as compared to other films I've actually watched produced by local filmmakers with the help of other organizations, the quality when it comes to visuals and sound is actually different, right? So I really want to know, like, I need a ballpark of a budget. You can say, Kuti, if you want to produce something like this, how much can a guy actually has to put together to produce something like that?
Yeah, you're looking at your 9 figures. Yeah, seriously, you're looking at 9 figures.
Okay, so it cost 9 figures to make this movie, right? But how much did it bring back? Like, was it worth it in terms of financial and stuff?
So, Shaina wasn't made for economic value. It was made primarily for messaging. So its return is measured as with the impact that it makes in the communities. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's making very positive impact.
I wanted to find out, Kuti, since it's a Zimbabwean film, why wasn't there a lot of Shona in Ondebele from the actors? Because if we see Mama movie or Mama series even from South Africa or Zambia, is it?
Not really, but Shine was made not only for the Zimbabwean market, but also for South Africa and for the regional market. And also in Zimbabwe, the official languages aren't just Shona and Ndebele. They're over 16, if I'm not mistaken. So English is the one that's understood by most. And I suppose that justifies the decision.
But still, you can always write English, my subtitles. They can always read.
Yeah, I'm sure there was Shona and there was Ndebele.
We need more of it in the film, in the next films. That's what I'm suggesting. It would be nice to see more of those languages from Zimbabwe, because that shows how proud we are of our language.
Point taken, thank you.
I just want to add on to what she's saying. I think she's coming from a distribution perspective. It being a Zimbabwean produced by a Zimbabwean producer, by a Zimbabwean director, distribution should obviously be also focused on Zimbabwe. The stories are affecting the children, the girls, mainly in Zimbabwe. It's our story. So when it then comes to distribution, maybe we can do subtitles, maybe we can do those voiceovers where they are speaking in Shona.
Yeah, also, maybe just to add on, we would also want to know that there were also dubbed versions for specific languages.
Okay, so that's a very key contribution right there, because I think that's one of the things that's very important for us in Zimbabwe, to know that our languages and our culture are represented holistically. So I'm glad that you had at least that option. I'm going to take the 2 gentlemen here, and then I'll come that side.
I don't have a question. I just want to thank everyone who was involved in this production. I think it's a really awesome piece of work, and I'm very impressed. Extremely excited about seeing it on so many streaming platforms, so that as many Zimbabweans can see it. Very, very big kudos to one specific character that stood out for me. Eddie, where's Eddie? Killed it. Yeah. 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 That's a performance. That's what you call a performance, my guy. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but hey, man, so exciting. So exciting. I look forward to seeing more and more of work like this. I'm here with Sydney, who's worked on Gonarejo. He's the big guy, and I'm learning so much from him. And yeah, let's do more work, guys. I would say thank you guys for bringing this to us. Let's see more and more and more and better and better. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mkoma Blacks. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Sit on. All right. I have a question and a comment. So the question is, I'm really impressed with the production value, standards-wise, especially sound. That's what I am a player in. So Quizzical Pictures also did the sound, or it was another production company as well. I'll need to know its name.
All right. Quizzical Pictures did most of the sound, but for ADR, it was guy Ross Brownlee Walker.
Ross Brownlee Walker.
Yes.
All right, cool. Thank you. Kudos to him. Then my comment, kudos to the project. I was so impressed also with how you included local music mostly. I think it's local music that can effectively drive local narrative, and I think it made a major contribution. As you say, 90% was shot in South Africa, but trust me, it was all Zim all the way, also due to the music as well. And thank you for empowering those artists as well that you guys featured on the movie. Kudos to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do you have any more questions? Okay.
My name is Sezhavanu, or Sezim. My question to you is, what challenges did you face in producing such kind of a product? Because when I watched Shaina for the first time, I said, oh, okay, there's a vendor selling musica here. She's running a language which is not Zimbabwean. I think this guy's a challenge somewhere. This is my second time watching this film at this festival. And I may want to understand if there were any challenges that you faced. What were they, and how can those challenges be overcome by filmmakers here who are trying to sail through the way the direction you took to make Shaina?
All right. Just speaking specifically to the vendor that you're talking about, like I said, the plan initially was to shoot 90 in Zim and 10 in South Africa. That would mean your extras and the rest of the cast, you can get them from the country that you're shooting the chunk of it. But then when you then change the roles to say now we're shooting 90 in South Africa and 10, that means you're going to get more from the South African side who are not from Zimbabwe. So you're now teaching them your Shaina and everything. So it was sort of a culture exchange in a very short space of time.
I mean, there's a Zimbabwean South African film industry there in South Africa. There are so many artists who are migrating to South Africa. There's Stephen Chikorimbo in South Africa, Leroy Gopo, to mention a few, who are there in South Africa. What made us misrepresent our own cultures, our own languages, and promote colonial languages like English, can I say?
I'm not too sure I follow where you're going with that.
Are there any more questions? Okay. If there aren't any more questions, then thank you so much, everybody, for... Sorry? Do we have any of the cast members, please? If you could just stand up and we just see you where you're at. Are they here? I can't see, like the lights are literally blinding me. Well, wherever they are, they will watch the live stream. Please do give them a round of applause. Thank you once again so much for staying this long, for being with us on the second day of Zifft 2022. We are so happy that you were here. You braved the cold and you watched and interacted with the films and the filmmakers. We are again going to be having some eats sponsored by USAID, so please do give them a round of applause for the wonderful work that you're doing. Thank you so very much. Just a few highlights for tomorrow. We will be screening Zimbabwe's first sci-fi short film and it's called The Signal. It's set in Bulawayo. I don't think anyone would want to miss that. I think it's a wonderful film. You should all come. You should all come and watch it. We also have really that is screening at 6 p.m. So yeah, so you can, you have ample time to prepare yourselves for a roller coaster ride, I believe. We also have a discussion, which I think you wouldn't want to miss. It's titled, "Do we have enough skill to carry an industry in Zimbabwe?" And I think that's a very important discussion that we would want to engage in for both filmmakers in the industry, artists rather in the industry, and those aspiring to, build careers in the industry. So that's just a couple of highlights that we have. Please do stick around, have some eats, there's some drinks being sold at the cash bar. So grab yourself a drink or two and have fun. Good night. See you tomorrow.